Hi, my name is Debra R. Richardson of Debra R. Richardson LLC, and I work with you to help you clean up your vendor data, clean up your vendor processes so that you pay the right vendor. Now, this week's Vendor Masterfile tip of the week is waiting for the new IRS Form W-9. Do this while you wait or any time after. Now, I do want to first talk about at the time that I am releasing or publishing or recording this webinar, the IRS new version of the W-9 is still in draft status. It was issued July 26, 2023, but don't fret because the last version of the Form W-9, the October 2018 version, when it came out October 29th. 2018. So don't fret, it's not late. But what can you do in the meantime? So I suggest that you create a substitute W-9, and I'll talk about why, but first I do want to give you a link to more resources or to a resource that from the IRS that states that you are allowed to create a substitute W-9. And also within that resource, it's just the instructions to the for the requesters of the W-9 that I'm linking to, and it will tell you what is required, what they require you to include on your substitute W-9. But let's talk about why. So really, just easily, why is because you get to collect more information. So on the W-9, all you really get is the vendor's legal name. You get, if they have a DBA, you'll get that. You also get one address, and then you get their tax ID, which is fine. You are compliant with the IRS. Make sure you're doing a 10 check, by the way. Make sure that tax ID legal name combination is correct. So that's all fine and good. That's all that is required by the IRS, but you can do more than what the IRS requires to make sure you protect yourself, your company, and your vendor from fraud. And so I do recommend that you collect a substitute W-9. And not only will this additional information help to protect your company from fraud, but it also will help with some other information your company may need. So in addition to the vendor legal name, DBA, address, and tax ID, you can get additional addresses because many times vendors will have multiple addresses, ordering addresses, remit addresses, mailing addresses. Maybe they gave you the tax address on their W-9. So this way you can capture more addresses or at least an additional address. And what's really great about that is if the address they gave you on the W-9 is a PO box, now you can get that required physical address on a substitute W-9 that you can use to verify the vendor is not fraudulent. And then the next one is contact information. You can ask for that. You can ask for both the remittance email address and the remittance email address and the contact email address. You can ask for diversity information. You can ask for Dun and Bradstreet, right? The Dunn's number. You can ask for their insurance company name if you collect their insurance certificates. You can also ask for industry codes. And then what else? Really, the sky is the limit. So that is what I suggest that you do while you are waiting on that new Form W-9. And by the way, if you already have a substitute IRS W-9, add some things on it that you might don't have. But remember that when the new version of the form comes out, you have to update your existing substitute IRS W-9 to make it match. Now, if you want some training on the new updated form, and really just kind of that whole what do you look for when accepting from your vendor, you can take the IRS W-9 examples by tax example or by tax classification training. I'll put a link to that in the description. All right, so if you like more information on how to improve your vendor process, please go to my website, deborarrichardson.com, for free tools and resources to avoid fraud, regulatory fines, and just overall bad vendor data. If you would like over 115 annual, or 149 actually, now it's probably more than that, but annual hours of training for your vendor team, nothing but vendor process content. Check out the Vendor Process Training Center at training.deborarrichardson.com. So good luck and be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified next Tuesday for the next Vendor Masterfile tip of the week.